Now we will discuss about CSS. CSS for cascading style sheet. We can use CSS. What is the CSS? First of all, we will discuss about what is the CSS. CSS stands for cascading style sheet. If HTML is the structure of the house, then CSS look like the fill of the house. It is a language to make our web page presentable, designed to make the style sheet of the web. Now let's to try break cascading filling style, right? Basic structure. Now selector is one type of element that we can give the selector is a HTML element in which we can give the property and value of the CSS to that selector. Selector, there are few basic selector like ID selector, class selector, right? After that, comments doesn't read on the browser, helps to understand our code to make better readable, helps to debugging our code to with single comment and multi-line comment. There are three types. We can write three types: CSS, inline CSS, internal CSS, and external CSS. Inline CSS. Before CSS, this is a only way to apply style, not an effective way to write. It is an redundancy, self-connected, uniquely applied on the each element. Idea of the separation of the concern was lost. Example. Internal CSS. With the help of style tag, we can apply the style within the HTML file. Redundancy is removed, but idea of the separation of the concern still lost, uniquely applied on the single document. And the third is the external CSS. With the help of the link tag, in the head tag we can apply the style. A reference is the added, file saved with .css extension. A redundancy is removed. Idea of separation of concern is the maintained, uniquely applied to the each document. Last one is link. It is a syntax of external CSS. After that, we can see CSS selectors. CSS selectors are used to target the element and apply CSS. There are simple selectors: element selector, ID selector, class selector, priority selector, ID, class, and element. Element selector used to select the HTML element by its name. How we do it? H1, and we can give the color to that H1 text, that is red. We selected the heading tag, then change the color priority, that is text color red. Now whether ID selector. ID is an attribute to select HTML element used to target specific or unique elements. How do it? Universal selector. Wildcard selector used to target specific all the elements. How it does? Star color red H1, and in which H high and by this text can apply the red color. Group selector. Group selector minimize the code used to target specific group of the element. How to do it? H1 and P paragraph we can take in a group.